Y'all, okay, look. Looking at the camera. Your girl has been working, okay? I've been on a Teams call that was a little longer than expected. But y'all, let's just go on and get into it because we got a lot to talk about, okay? And I appreciate y'all for waiting for your good sis. All right, let's get started. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? I think I'm frozen, y'all. We gonna turn this camera off then, since I'm frozen. Child, this is a mess. Okay, that's a mess. See, I be trying to come on camera and the thing don't want to act right, child. Let me see. Am I moving? No, child, I'm just frozen. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. D, my friend is here. What's up, D? Let me know if y'all can at least hear me. D says, "Happy holidays, Shay, to you and yours. I hope the hubby's new job is going well." Oh, girl, we're gonna talk about that in members only, chair. We're gonna talk about that in members only. Correct. But yes, we are thankful and we are thriving. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Carolina Girl 28 says, "Happy holidays, Shay and Chad. Happy holidays to you too." How many of y'all counting down them vacation days, ready to go on vacation? Okay. Let me know in the chat who is getting ready to take off for a significant amount of the time. Okay. I know my vacation start tomorrow. D says, hey, D. Thank you so much for coming back. I see that you were here on time earlier. I was on a Teams call for work, y'all. So I was like, woo, oh, one. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, perfection. Okay. Let me double check on my end as well, so I can see what the heck is going on. All right, perfect. I can hear myself. All right, perfect. All right, y'all, let's get into the things. All right, we got on the docket for today. We are going to do a loosey goosey review of the Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. Okay, and we also going to talk about some things that's been going on the internet. All right, so let's start with our hot topics. But as we go along, shout out to every one of you. I am so appreciative of my subscribers. We are growing and thriving, and I am grateful and I am so blessed to have each and every one of y'all going into this holiday season. And as we move into 2026, I think it's just important that we always capitalize and acknowledge all of our blessings. Okay. And you guys are certainly one of mine. So I appreciate each and every one of you, especially D, because I got to meet you in person this year. That was a 2025 goal of mine, to meet some of my subscribers in person. And 2026, I plan to do more of that. So thank you, D, for making that experience so amazing and so memorable. D says, "I'm pretty much done with January, done until January 12th. I know that's right, D. Tell them clients, y'all better hold off, okay? Yeah, I won't be designing D ain't designing another thing until the 12th, okay, of the January. All right, leave her alone. Get you some throw pillows from Home Goods and knock it off until D come back, okay?" Shout out to D. She is an amazing designer, y'all. I had a chance to see some of her work. Oh my gosh. If you can afford it, go and get on the docket on January 12th, y'all. All right, y'all. So let's get into the thing. All right. Um, listen, y'all. The people on the internet going crazy out here. Okay. We got Ray J out here talking about Diddy took his behind. I know y'all done seen that on the internet, but so we ain't gonna get re-traumatized over that. Look, okay. We're gonna get into some of this other stuff that's going on. Has anybody heard of the DC Airbnb guest? She was all over the internet, y'all. She's basically been nicknamed the DC squatter, where she was staying in this woman's home in DC, and she basically rented the space for an Airbnb, and she stayed there beyond 30 days so that she could get renter's rights. Now, I will tell you, as a person that works directly in multifamily, this is very common. Okay. People will establish renters. DC is for the tenant. That's why a lot of management companies and a lot of owners or buyers of large properties, they don't really want to buy property in DC because it's not as profitable for them, because it's hard for them to collect rent, because people like this lady do the things that she do. So let's just listen to this guest, well, so-called guest, and why she was squatting up in the people's stuff. How it got to this point.
In February of this year, I moved into the unit initially through an Airbnb. There was a month agreement, which I paid for on the Airbnb platform due to a fire. I then asked the owner if we could extend the time frame in the home. We came to an agreement that I could do that. She sent me monthly invoices, which I paid those monthly invoices in order to stay in the unit. I had a month where I had a financial loss of over like $17,000. It's a personal issue. I helped someone in the past and it came back to bite me because everyone could see, you can search me because I'm not hiding from anyone. So they were able to find me, and then I was held liable for something I helped someone do. So that put me in a financial strain. But either way, I paid. I still made the payment. I made the payment late because I had the issue. I'm sorry, I'm emotional. I didn't mean to get emotional. I'm trying to speak clearly. So it sent me into a depression where I was considering suicide because it was such a big loss. I was trying to purchase a home. That's why I had so much money. Prior to me going out of the country, well, actually, I was going to make a payment on the 15th of October. The 15th of October, my daughter's car, her steering wheel locked while she was driving. And I had to get to her because she was on the roadway and the issue I needed to make sure that she was safe and get her heart resolved. That took me past the hours of like bank hours. So I didn't make my payment on that day because the bank had closed. I had the emergency situation with my daughter. The next day I went to retrieve the funds for the payment because I was going out of the country and I wanted it, taken care of while I was gone. But it wasn't. The money was lost. I wasn't aware of that while I was gone. I came back, and so the 15th was the day the payment was due. 16th, I went out of the country. When I went out of the country, because I had just had that big financial loss, I turned all of my phones off because I was trying to decompress from.
Y'all, I had to stop. She is lying her ass off. Okay. She is saying a whole lot of words and saying absolutely nothing. Now, let me tell you what really happened with this lady as she continues to lie and babble on. So she moved into this woman's Airbnb, for which is why a lot of people are no longer doing long-term Airbnb leases in DC anymore, because of this woman here. And this is a very recent situation. She moved into this woman's Airbnb, and tenant rights are easy to require in DC if you are staying in a place for more than 30 days. So that's why she decided to, it worked for her in her favor to extend the arrangements in the Airbnb. So this woman was in this lady's house for 10 months. 10 months. And she only paid the initial month that she was in there. So all of this shit that she is saying, she is lying her little curly bush off, okay? Lying. Didn't pay not a dime in this lady's house. Y'all, let's just keep listening because this is a whole shit storm, okay?
What I had been experiencing. And I didn't turn my phones back on until later that Monday. When I came into the property on that Monday, so electricity to the home had been cut off. And at that point, that's when I was made aware that the payment had not been made. So first I called Pepco, found out it wasn't a power outage and that the owners had turned off. Then the electricity was turned on so that we could have power. They turned the power back off because they said I had no right to turn the power on. I went to the courthouse that following day to file an emergency hearing because they had turned the power off and I didn't want them to be able to turn the power off again. No point prior to this did I state anything about like tenant rights. Was I worried about anything about tenant rights? Because up until that point, everything was being paid every month, even if it was paid.
Yeah, everything was being paid every month by the owner of the house because when she took the when she turned the electricity off, for the rights of her squatting in this lady's house, they forced the homeowner to turn the electricity back on. They were trying to get her to turn it back on. The homeowner refused to do it. So this woman gets the electricity turned back on in her daughter's name. The squatter gets the electricity turned on in her own daughter's name. Crazy.
2 days late, it was paid. We've now progressed to the point where they come to the home almost every other day. I called the police. The police informed them that I was a resident or a tenant here. She said that we didn't have a lease, which we do not have a lease in place, but we did have an agreement for me to stay at the property beyond the initial Airbnb time frame. So she's been back to the property almost every day. They installed signs. The police told me that I could take down the signs because they were not legal signs issued by the court. They were signs that she had just had made in an attempt to try to harass me more and force me out of the property sooner. I told them that I could not be out of the property within a short period of time because I had just had that financial issue, but that I would go through this process that DC has to assist people who have had financial issue in order to pay the rent.
Okay, I'm tired of listening to her. Let me tell y'all. So I have a friend that actually knows this heifer. Okay, I won't disclose my friend's name. Shout out to friend. My friend worked with this lady. Her mom worked with this lady. This lady does this all the time. She does this all the time, y'all. Yeah. She knows DC tenant laws because she worked in housing previously in some shape, form, or fashion for the government. And so she knows how to allegedly work around the system to do this. So she has done this multiple times. Okay. Let's read what Culture News says because, child, I'm tired of listening to her lie through her damn crooked ass teeth. A DC homeowner is desperately trying to regain control of her house. Meanwhile, the woman accused of squatting, Shadija Romero, is now appearing in videos from inside the home, refusing to leave after what began as an extended Airbnb stay. Romero checked in as a guest but stayed past her reservation, and according to the owner, she's now invoking tenant rights while occupying the property without permission or payment. The homeowner says she can't legally remove her yet, leaving her locked out, stressed, and racking up legal fees while a stranger films content in her home like it's hers. This case is quickly becoming another example of how squatters' rights loopholes are being manipulated with the homeowner losing access while the alleged squatter settles in. The internet is calling it bold. The homeowner is calling it a nightmare. And the law still catching up. Okay. Child. So let's hear from the homeowner, baby. Because the homeowner is tired of this lady shit. She tired of her shit. Okay. Let's get the full story from actually, let's look at part one. Probably should have played this first.
On me, and I can't get into my property. There's a leak in the property. The water bill is escalating. I can't get in there to see what's going on.
A DC homeowner claiming an Airbnb guest has.
This is the sign that they she was saying that they put on the house to get her up out of there, to let everybody know this bitch don't live here. Okay, get her out my house.
Overstayed their welcome and will not leave. In this story you'll only see on 7 News. We're digging into DC law, finding out there's not much that homeowner can do. Our Washington, D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley spoke with the homeowner and tried to speak with the alleged squatter.
The alleged squatter originally got into the home through Airbnb, claiming that her apartment caught fire and it needed time to get repairs. Now, that was back in February. Roshane Douglas says she didn't know she was opening her life up to a nightmare when she accepted Shadija Romero's Airbnb reservation almost 10 months ago. That reservation ended March 29th after 32 days, and Romero hasn't paid another dime. But living in the home for over a month apparently lets her claim some form of tenant rights, and she refuses to let Roshane enter the property.
I never gave her any tenancy. I never gave her a lease.
Roshane tried everything, gave her a 30-day notice to vacate, called police, went to court, and even offered Romero $2,500 to sign a paper admitting she's not a tenant and to get out. Romero signed the document, but didn't budge.
November the 15th came and she told me, this no longer works for me. Do what you have to do. I'm not leaving. I went to the police with my order, and they said there's nothing that they can do, that I need to go to court, which I've done, and I do not have a court date until December the 11th.
Roshane put this sign up on her home so police and the neighbors would know Romero was not authorized to be there. A sign Romero covered with a sheet.
I need police assistance.
I was there when police helped Roshane cut it down, while Romero hid inside.
It's shocking to me that you would abuse a system like that.
Well, how you gonna be inside this lady's house? You inside the house with all this stuff going on outside. I would be terrified to be in a situation like this, because day to day, you don't know whether you're gonna have somewhere to lay your head or not. This is too risky for me.
While all this is going on, Romero's social media shows her living her best life on trips. And promoting her nonprofit. And Roshane is left paying thousands in attorney fees, the mortgage, and utilities for a home she can't even enter. I tried to get some answers from Romero, who was clearly inside the home, but she never came to the door. When a person walked out to her car, they didn't want to talk to us either. Roshane is waiting now for her court date next week, where she's hoping the judge's decision will allow U.S. Marshals to force her unwanted guest out once and for all. For now, reporting from Northeast D.C., Felicia Ashley, 7 News.
All of the responsibilities.
That is crazy. That's crazy. This lady should not have had to do all of that to get this lady out of her house. Now, we do have good news. The judge sides with the homeowner in this situation, and homegirl had to get her ass up on out of there. Okay. So 7 News reports a DC judge ruled Thursday that Shadija Romero does not have tenancy rights and sided with the homeowner, finding that the agreement she previously signed to leave the property remains valid. Now, I don't know if we talked about this, and we didn't get to this in the long rant from the squatter, but the homeowner got her to sign something saying that she would give her. So the homeowner gave her $2,500. She gave this squatter $2,500. She said, I'll give you $2,500 cash if you move out of the house. And I need you to sign this saying that you're going to move out. She signed the paper, took the money, and would you believe this bitch was still in this house? She refused to leave. Because she probably was like, oh, well, I mean, I'm just going to keep on squatting like I've been doing. Squaloosh. Okay? This is a gangster. The judge had been weighing whether Romero, the woman at the center of an alleged squatting case, could legally remain in the home as her past and her credibility came into light. First of all, why is the judge even considering this to be okay? Why? Now, the people in the neighborhood came together, honey. The people in the neighborhood came together and they was coming in there throwing her shit out. I don't have a picture of that or the video, but I saw a video of her neighbors. The owner's neighbors came to the house and they threw all this lady shit out and they helped her get the lady shit out. It was even a situation where the homeowner, when she found out the lady had left out the house, she had a contractor come over there and nail the door shut and nail the window shut. This lady the squatter called the police, y'all, and had the police let her back into the house. She convinced them to let her back in. So now all that money that the lady paid to keep the lady out, it was all for nothing. All for nothing. But let's look at her. This is her response afterwards. She up here crying like somebody give a damn.
Yo, I have made this video over because I didn't want like that whole like crying video, but it is what it is at this point. And I don't really care. Okay. I said that I would make a statement after court, and that is exactly what I'm doing. First, I want to thank the people who have genuinely checked in on me. Y'all have no idea how much it has meant, because this has been the hardest month of my life. On Saturday, I turned off my location and I was ready to end it all. And I have no idea how my best friend found me. I have no idea how she found me because my location wasn't on. It is hard to watch some shit you built be torn down over a false narrative.
Girl, what did you build? This lady is delusional. You've been living in somebody's house for 10 months and paying absolutely no rent. You are not entitled to live in somebody's house, girl, for free. That lady she is not obligated to take care of you, sis. You didn't sit there and say nothing. You didn't show the news lady no receipts of you paying rent, nothing. But you was shaking ass on TikTok, going on vacations. How can you afford to go on vacation and you living in somebody's? My anxiety, I couldn't do it. I would be so scared going to this house every day. Like, who gonna come up in here? Who gonna come in here and drag me up out of this joint? Because that lady is real nice, not handling it the way I would have handled it. Because I would have called a couple of my cousins and went on over there and handled that real quick. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Child.
I have had people reaching out to the stores that my products in. I've had people reaching out to the schools that I have mentored girls in. I've had people reaching out to organizations that I've done free events for. Mind you, about 98 to 99% of the work that I have done has been from me. Even when I've needed help, I've helped because I've always thought there's somebody out here worse than me. Today in court, it was proven, or it was admitted, that the false narrative that I have been staying at a place since February and that someone has been trying to get me out since March, it was untrue. It was not true. The narrative that I had been staying at a place since February and had not made a payment since March, that was also untrue. It was admitted on record that payments had been received up until the end of September.
What kind of payment was you paying? What were you paying? You think, did you send her $5 and think that that was okay? This was not a rental property, ma'am. And you did not renew a monthly lease with this lady. You didn't enter into a rental contract. This was an Airbnb, which is temporary stay, honey.
Now there is a payment in question. Somehow that payment wasn't received. I don't know.
How you talking about payment wasn't received? There was a payment in question and wasn't received. You know, if it didn't come out of your account, why you didn't follow up and see why they didn't get the payment?
But there's a payment there's only one payment in question. So the narrative that I have been staying at a place since March and not making any payments, it was untrue. Documentation was provided that showed that I did not initiate the switching from Airbnb to direct payments to the owner and some scheme to circumvent a process that wasn't the case. Those direct payments were sent, those direct links were sent willingly. Not only willingly, but they were initiated by the other party. Although it was decided that I don't have tenant rights, those things were untrue. And to get on the news to say things that are untrue shows a lot about a person's character and shows that they had malicious intent because they knew it would go off like this. And the thing about the truth is that
Girl, the truth is that in court, they had documentation that this is not the first time that you've done this. So that's what you getting on the internet crying, trying to save some type of face that nobody cares about. I can't even listen to her no more. I can't listen to her no more. All right, y'all, moving on. The lady done got on about the lady house. Thank the good Lord. Okay. Let me see. What homegirl ain't got nothing else to say. All right, we're gonna move on from her. Shout out to the owner. Glad you got your house back, girl. Don't let anybody else up in there. Okay, moving on. Do y'all remember the case of the Detroit man that found a little girl walking to school, and the little girl was walking by herself? She was like 6 years old, and he was very upset. Like, why would y'all have this little girl walking to school by herself like this? Let me see. I thought I saved it. He was like, why would you have this little girl walking to school like this? He was like, I didn't want to put her in my truck because that would look bad. I'm gonna go ahead and just walk with her or whatever. And he was doing a video. So we're gonna look at some deranged ass woman that had a response to that. But let me look at y'all comments first. D says she does not sound credible, and she not. D, the lady was lying her ass off through her tears. Okay, lying through the tears. Brittany Janae 314 says, hey, my beautiful Cancer sis in chat. What's up, sis? How you bees? Thank you for joining us. Brittany Janae says, girl, get your ass out that lady's house. Right. Tell them, sis. Tell her. Get your ass out of there. This is not your house, girl. Sonny J says, hey, Shay and chat. What's up, friend? Thank you so much for joining. Miss Vaughn is here. What's up? Also one of my members, Brittany D. Herford, all members of mine. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all and all your support. Miss Vaughn says, hey, Shay, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you too, sis. She says, I'm so happy this scammer got kicked out. Yes, because she was in there playing. She doing too much. And she had a whole candle business. She was running out of this lady's house and everything. I just cannot believe it. And my thing is, if you were rightfully in there, why didn't she post receipts saying that she had an agreement and that she paid? She ain't do none of that, but you on camera crying and lying. Girl, bye. She's a fraud, in my opinion. And your opinion is correct, D. It is correct. Carolina Girl 28 says they need to do something about the squatters law. They do. DC is terrible with tenant laws. They are terrible. They are all for the tenant. That's why nobody wants to buy properties in DC. It is just too much red tape. Hell, DC it's so bad for DC that if you are a renter and you have not paid your rent, they cannot throw you out if it's below 35 degrees. So that means all winter people set out to not pay their damn rent. People will go to court and be like, oh, my light switch don't work. And they will put, the judge will put the rent in escrow. People, if it's raining, you can't get evicted. Like if it's snow on the ground, no evictions. People are just, DC just does too much. And then they don't even allow them to raise the rents like they should with the cost of living in DC. So if you are a person looking to buy property in DC, it is very tragic for you. While it is profitable, if you buy a house and sell it, renting is a whole shitstorm, unfortunately. Brittany says, by her hairstyle. Oh my God, not by her hairstyle. Just by her hairstyle, that lady can't be trusted. Oh my God. That is damn funny. Okay. But you are right. You are right. Okay. That hair sitting on top of that head for, because it's electrified by the lies. Okay. Electrified by the lies. D says, how can she afford trips, not rent? Girl, because she know that lady can't get her out. She know the laws. She's done this several times. So by her knowing the laws, she knew that she could get away with this shit. But it ain't last long. She really screwed herself by signing that paperwork for that $2,500. That's where she screwed the pooch. Carolina Girl 28 says the neighbors were tired of the squatter. Yes, they were. They were tired of her getting over. And, luckily the lady cool with her neighbors. Kiki Kid said, what did she build? Squatting. She ain't built not a damn thing. She is definitely full of crap, Carolina Girl. Definitely full of crap. Miss B is in the building. What's up, sis? She says, hey, sis, I've been trying to figure out if I believe this lady. She reminds me of Derek Jackson. Example, just a little bit cray-cray. Yeah, listen. She is crazy. Sitting up here crying and carrying on. I just can't believe people turn the waterworks on wherever it fits them the most. Kiki Kid says, Diana Ross voice, reach out and touch somebody's hand. I know that's right. Carolina Girl says, yes. Chanel Demi, what's up? Says, hey, Shay and chat. What's up? Thank you so much for joining us. Laprice Faye 7652 says, I wish I had the amount of audacity these people are. Right. I would not be able to do it. Nadine Fly, the 2774. Okay, says, good afternoon, Shay, Mars, and everyone in the chat. Hello. Thank you so much for coming on here with us. All right, y'all. So let's talk about this man from Detroit that walked the 6-year-old girl to school because she was walking by herself and her parents neglected her. Okay. Little girl was walking to school. He made sure she got there safely. It was cold. She didn't have on a coat. So apparently this picked me in this video. This man has been getting a whole lot of notoriety all over the internet for the good deed that he did. And this chick that he apparently went out on one date with, she has some things to say about his character. Let's watch.
He didn't offer me a ride home. I was basically on the west side of Detroit, not knowing where I was at. I didn't know where I was at. All I knew was that it was cold. I had on a coat, but I was still cold, and 2 layers of pants. I started walking to West Warren, got the Warren bus, and was like literally catching buses to this morning, so I was able to get home to my kids. This man is not a good Samaritan. I wish I would stop saying that he did such a good deed, because he didn't. And I'm a vouch for the fact that he's saying that this little girl was 10 blocks away from her home when he went viral. This little girl was not that far. His apartment building is maybe about, at the most, I say 4 or 5 blocks from where he's broke.
First of all, you roller coaster mouth ass bitch. You sitting up here justifying that a little girl could have walked to school by herself 10 blocks, 6 years old, mind you, versus you, a grown ass woman. Girl, fix this crooked ass wig on your head and your mouth and shut the fuck up. Don't nobody got time for this bitch. Let's just listen.
Claim that he saw the little girl at. He didn't offer me a ride home. I was basically on the west side of Detroit, not knowing where I was at.
Child, that's all she had to say.
I didn't know where I was at. All I knew was that it was cold. I had on a coat, but I was still cold, and 2 layers of pants.
Anyway, girl, boo and bye to you, girl. The fact that you got on the internet to try to discredit this man after the heroic thing that he did, I don't know if y'all can see it, but in this picture, that's him and the little girl is in the background. She's walking by herself. So this man saw her walking and his heart was broken that this lady, that the kid was walking by herself. So he was like, you know what? I don't want her to be walking by herself. Let me go ahead and walk her to school. I don't want her in my truck because then that's going to look like foul play with all this trafficking that's going on. So he did a good deed and she couldn't fathom the thought that this man ain't want to fuck her and ain't want to go out on a date with her. And so she want to get on here and say he ain't a humanitarian. Girl, go find Dr. Heavenly and close the gap between your brain and your damn teeth in the front, bitch. Bye. Moving on, 92.7 New York says, villain today, hero tomorrow. Breaking news, humanitarians around the world. One of the best directors who is based in the same city might just want to make this a movie. The Joshua Threat story. Mr. Threat and his actions have gone insanely viral after he spotted a little girl walking in the snow while barefoot. Joshua walked with the girl to make sure she was safe, then alerted the school of what happened. This past week, he has been referred to as a hero from people all across the United States. He can do no wrong, can he? Well, not according to Brianna Spivey, who says the same man once left her stranded after going on a date with him. What are your thoughts? Bitch, bye. That's my thought on this root canal mouth ass bitch. Bye. Bye, bitch. Go get your teeth fixed, okay? Stop chomping on the wrong dick, all right? You're probably mad that he didn't fuck you and he didn't like you. Your wig was crooked and so was your breath, okay? Boo and bye, you dog birth breath ass bitch. Thank you. Goodbye. Next story. Because baby, what you're not about to do is play with me. Get on the internet, and she did not get any of the responses that she thought she was gonna get. Okay, she didn't get the response that she thought she was gonna get. All right, let's look at Tokyo Vanity, y'all. Now, let me tell y'all about Tokyo Vanity. Tokyo Vanity goes to this pizzeria in New York. Okay, she's been wanting to go to this pizzeria. She does a bad review on the pizzeria. But the pizzeria got in that ass. Got in that ass. Okay. She got on here, did a whole video about how their customer service was terrible and all this, that, and the third. And then they came back on and said, oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. This is what really happened. All right. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all. Let me see if I can find the original video where she was like, don't come in here, y'all. Hold on. Let's see. And she says, don't come in here. They got terrible hospitality, she said. All right. Let me pull it up for y'all. Because this old thicker than a snicker ass attitude having asshole. I unfollowed her a while ago because she just always angry. I'm like, damn girl, you always angry and hungry. Get a life. All right, here we go.
I feel like they got terrible hospitality, so we'll try it another time. Then my thing is, bitch, I really only fucking came to the cuts and fucking slices in motherfucking Manhattan because I was not going to be able to make it to the correct one. So I came all the way over here and then a bitch got an attitude. She got an attitude. That's what happened. And that's why I told y'all, when y'all send my recommendations, don't send me none of that Instagram shit. I don't want to go to none of that Instagram shit with no ego. I want to go straight to places with people who barely fucking speak English. They been cooking how they been cooking, wherever the fuck they been cooking at, however they been cooking. All these bitches got followers on Instagram and shit and hoes ready to get off work like I want to smack the shit out you. I don't like all that. I'm straight on cuts and slices, y'all. I feel like they got terrible hospitality, so we'll try it another time. Then my thing is, bitch.
Girl, get your big ass on. Go try out a salad. How about that, bitch? I can't stand people. Listen, I have worked in customer service for over 22 years. Okay. Over 22 years. Okay. And I, for one, cannot stand, and I hate to say it, But unfortunately, it's a lot of Black females. Well, actually, it's females in general and entitled WP women that just come into a store. You got a badass fucking attitude and you want to take it out on the people that work in the damn store. Bitch, you came in this store 30 minutes before it was closing and you expect them to have a whole bunch of fresh ass pizza for you? No, bitch, I'm not about to be putting a whole bunch of damn pizza in the oven to make 30 minutes before, because all I'm going to be doing is feeding your big ass and the rats later, because no one's going to buy it. No one wants a day old pizza to come back out for serving the next day. That's wasting supplies from the owner. Buy what's out here and get out of here. I can't stand it. And then let's just go on in here. Let's see what the people said. Okay.
I'm straight on cuts and slices, y'all. I feel like they got terrible hospitality, so we'll try it another time. Then my thing is, bitch, I really only fucking came.
This is what happened.
Hello. Pick up order? No, I'm waiting on the pickup order. We don't have one. We close in like 20 minutes. Sit on here. Curry shrimp, curry oxtail, chopped cheese, sweet teriyaki oxtail, seafood Hawaiian with curry chicken, sweet chili shrimp, curry shrimp. Okay, well, I mean, you could give me both of the type of oxtail you have, and what else is y'all, that's all we have to do. I'm so sorry. Where you going? No, man, like you throwing me off, like you don't really.
So I don't know if y'all can hear it, but the young lady, when Tokyo came in, she says, "Hello, are you picking up an order?" And Tokyo says, "No, I'm not." And the young lady says, "Oh, okay. I just want to let you know we close in like 20 minutes. And here's what we have." So she pointed out all the flavors that they have. And she was like, I just want to remind you, we do close in 20 minutes. And she was telling her that because it's like, okay, this is all we have. We're not making anything else. So listen, I'm from Maryland. And I know in New York, it's, girl, what do you want? Get out of here. Okay, come on now. I don't got all damn night. We close in 20 minutes. So you up here hemming and hawing. Tell me what the fuck you want. Let me put this pizza in the box so I can go home. I've been standing on my feet all day smelling cheese. All right? Get on now. But Tokyo is from New Orleans, which is down south. But no shade, but a lot of the women from New Orleans got badass fucking attitudes anyway. I don't know why. I just think that, I don't even know if it's that they have bad attitudes. I just think that they've been bred to be very defensive and protect themselves. But Tokyo is just one that has a bad fucking ass attitude to me. So she came in being stank. She's like, "Oh, you throwing me off." I'm like, "How is the lady throwing you off? She told you got oxtail pizza. She got this. Pick one and get out of here."
We have good life at the counter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would just like to get those two right there. Yeah, how you doing?
Now that's the manager coming out there. She tells her which ones that she wants, right? After she done told the lady she don't have good over the counter presence. I didn't see anything wrong with what the young lady said. Hurry up and buy. So why are you gonna take your phone out? You see what I'm saying? This is the shit that I'm talking about with some of these influencers. So you're going to take your phone out and create this negative ass narrative about this place. And that young lady was not rude to you. Now, mind you, you doing this right before Christmas. What if that owner did not have a camera in there to see exactly what happened? You could have potentially been getting this young lady fired before Christmas, all because of your stank ass attitude and your poor perception. You did not, you read wrong into the situation. You assumed this young lady was being rude to you. She was just basically letting you know, listen, bitch, we close in 20 minutes. So I'm setting the stage for you. I'm setting the expectation that if you looking at the menu for what you want, it ain't gonna be that. We ain't making no more pizza. This is what we got. So she proceeded to tell her, hey, this is the name of what we have. What would you like? Child, girl.
I feel like I got terrible hospitality.
Also, I feel like she came in there thinking somebody was supposed to know who the fuck she was and give her some free ass pizza. Bitch, you ain't nobody. Pay like everybody else.
She said I had terrible hospitality.
The owner coming out saying what happened, and she said she had said I had terrible hospitality.
She said I had terrible hospitality. We have good like at the counter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Walked in. I asked if she was the lady who was taking order. She said no. So I just went to that. I was like, oh, we're waiting on her to come in because they have a lot of stuff and she usually has something out of her. She's like, oh, okay. And I was like, what would you like? I read off what she had. We have this, we have this, we have this. She said, okay, can I get some curiosity?
So that's the owner. So she recaps what she said. She even asked Tokyo, I don't know if y'all heard, she asked her, where are you from? Because she heard an accent. And Tokyo was like, it don't even matter. And I'm like, wow, that's rude. So she tells the owner what happened. The owner is now, you can see him walking out to speak to Tokyo. So here's a note from Cuts and Slices, New York. Cuts and Slices says, you clearly said, actually, I don't want to pay for that, y'all. So basically, she wanted something for free. Pulled out your phone and tried to paint a false narrative for content. Our cashier was super kind and respectful, explaining she thought you were picking up your order. She went above, offering great service despite our shortage, and even tried to give you a free slice for first timers. Hence why she asked where you were from. You responded by saying she's throwing you off. Our manager came outside and gave you a free frosé and tried to resolve the unnecessary situation. See, and that's what I'm talking about. You getting on the internet disparaging this business, and that's just trifling. That is very trifling. And even people in the comments like Tokyo went to New York thinking they cared about her being an influencer and forgot all New Yorkers think they are celebs. Right, but New Yorkers see celebrities all the damn time though. Them mofos walk up and down the street. You know what I'm saying? Milan Christopher says, wait, she actually was so nice. Could have got that lady fired right before Christmas. See, right, exactly what I was thinking. Oh my God, no, we had to have missed something. It's got to be more to the story because no, this ain't right. Somebody else says she actually had good customer service. You're just ghetto. Your energy was off and she was still kind. I agree. King Trail says good because she don't need no more cuts and slices of anything anyway. Damn. Well, it is what it is. Official Big Nunny says, I don't think either of them were rude. It's a miscommunication due to a cultural difference. Yeah, okay. Well, that is Tokyo Vanity going and fucking somebody's day up, child. All right. Let's get into, last but not least, Fat Joe and Diddy. Fat Joe has finally spoken out about Diddy following the release of 50 Cent's Netflix docuseries. Okay. Fat Joe tweeted, I used to roll with Diddy. He was my homie, but I stopped messing with him after one night in his studio apartment while we were making music. Oh, that was supposed to be a continued sentence, I believe, but okay. This guy started complimenting me, saying I look nice with my chain, and even asked if he could touch it. Now, hold on. Y'all know goddamn well men don't want you touching their chain. You can get yourself off for that, okay? Of course, I said no. Nobody in the streets lets anyone snatch their chain. We were drinking and working on music when out of nowhere he said, yo, Fat, I eat that red bone ass up. Ooh, what? Huh? Oh my God. Oh my God. Then he further says, I packed my stuff and left immediately without saying a word. I don't hang with people like that. I'm opening up now because it's clear this guy was seriously sick in the head. Wow. That is interesting, to say the least. Because for you to want to eat Fat Joe's booty, I mean, oh my God, you must really needed a booty to eat, because Fat Joe ain't exactly on the top of the list of lookers. Just saying. Wow. Well, there's that. All right, y'all. Let's go into my loosey-goosey review of the Married to the Medicines, okay? Before we get into that, let's talk about Kandi Burruss real fast, real quick.
What's on your Christmas list this year? I was about to say a divorce, but that don't sound quite festive. What is on my Christmas list? Honestly, I haven't really thought about anything to get myself. I'm always thinking about what's on your Christmas list this year.
Kandi said, girl, give me a divorce for Christmas. Okay? Go on, give me this divorce, Tajula. All right? Tajane, give me this divorce and stop trying to take my damn money. All right, y'all. Let's get into the Married to the Medicine, okay? Loose review of the Married to Medicine, y'all, that we're going to.
Once Ralph and Michael told.
The main story of the last episode was Simone and the boys, okay? As y'all can see from my photo, that was... We're going to take this down before I get a copyright strike. The photo that is actually my thumbnail. Did y'all see what them two damn knuckleheads, them two fucking knuckleheads baked whatever pasta dish that was in a pan? They put the shit in the pan without taking the paper and the adhesive that goes under the shit out of the pan. Like, and both of these two ninjas got college degrees. Huh? Why you couldn't? That is so lazy. You couldn't even take the fucking paper out of the pan, you numbskull. You have got to be fucking kidding me. You gotta be shitting me. Are you kidding me? Did y'all think it came like that? Did they think it came like that? I just want to know. I want to understand, okay? So, y'all, let's talk about Married to Medicine real fast, because we have not gone over this season. And I'm not going to go scene by scene, but I'm going to tell you this, okay? And I know D, my good sis, she don't fool with Heavenly. But this season for me, y'all, it is showing me that this show does not work well without Heavenly. People complain so much about Heavenly, and she talks shit, and she do these, and she do that, she do these, she do that, okay? She always saying this, she always saying it. But since Heavenly is just a friend this season, and she hasn't really said much, you bitches have to work. And so now you all have to call out what's really going on. You got Contessa in the last episode baiting everybody into a fucking argument. See, Contessa is what I call a weird ass bitch. And I looked up Contessa's birthday. She's a Gemini, so I can understand. Some Geminis, one of my best friends is a Gemini, and she is super cool. Don't have any of these traits. But Contessa, she definitely got two personalities. One that's crazy as fuck, and one that is the doctor. Okay? Contessa is the type of bitch that she sit up here and gaslight the fuck out of people, and then she want to go over, can I have a hug? No, bitch, I don't want to fucking hug you. I don't want to fucking hug you. You're pissing me off. Okay? Pissing me off. So Contessa throws this whole birthday party for herself. First and foremost, the season starts off with first they don't know what they want to be mad about. Whether they want to be mad about Simone and Quad not getting along, and then Quad and Simone trying to find their way back to each other, which is like, I'm so tired of that every season. They don't know whether they want to be friends or not. Then Toya always talking about somebody else's life, because she really is boring and don't got shit going on over there except her treating Eugene like shit and ordering her children around every 5 minutes and her moving every damn 5 minutes. Okay, girl, we know you got money from the show. Let's pray that this show never ends, because bitch, if this show ever ends, your ass gonna be broke and back living off of your husband's salary, which you get on his nerves so bad that mofo working 2 hours away from the damn house and staying away from the house 4 days out the damn week. Toya needs to find something to do besides getting in drama with these people. But what I will say about Toya gonna be the one to bring the storylines out. She not gonna let these ladies sit on this show and do no work. Mimi having the horse party or whatever it's called without no damn horses. Okay, girl. Contessa planned her 49th birthday party. I don't know why she didn't just wait and do a 50th birthday party. So do you plan on having a big birthday party the next year? I don't get it. And I get it. And I get it. But she plans the party and then has a big ass fucking attitude because her husband didn't plan it. So you complain to the ladies that your husband didn't plan the party. Then you get mad that Brandy's husband threw a dinner for her. It's like 1 minute she's like, I don't care that he doesn't, because I wanted to plan the party because I wanted to get whatever I wanted to get from the party. And he wasn't, Scott wasn't going to do a party that I wanted to do. Okay, so who are you trying to convince, bitch? Me or us or fucking you? Then she has this party. The whole time she's complaining to everybody, hoping she's trying to gaslight people into arguing with her. Heavenly said, I learned my damn lesson. I ain't talking about this bitch marriage. I'm going to just go ahead and let her be delusional. Let everybody else fight with her, because I'm just a friend this season, bitch. I'm not going to carry the storylines for y'all, because number one, I ain't getting paid to do that. Okay? So Toya is basically carrying this entire season on her damn thick back. Okay? And I could see the frustration in her. Because it's like, you bitches is not about to sit around and just have tea and crumpets and not talk about shit. Now, Toya, the way you tried to bring out what happens with Heavenly's son, I get it. Because Heavenly, we still want to know, I showed y'all pictures. I think I still got it, of Heavenly with that infamil in the back. I might have deleted it by now. Yeah, I don't have it in here no more. But Heavenly, you got some grandkids that you ain't trying to tell us about? Because I don't believe you. All right. You had that formula. Was it Similac, Infamil, something like that? You had that formula in that cabinet and you thought you're slick, like we didn't see it. So you're good to hide some shit. Okay. You will hide a goddamn thing or two. Now, the fact that your husband knowingly and willingly hid from you that your son went to jail, that's a problem. And my thing is, if you're going to sit up here and play like you didn't know, and that if he really did hide that from you, Houston, we have a problem. Because the fact that your husband would sit up there and hide some shit like that from you to happen to your child, what else is he hiding from you? And you had a good question by asking him that. Because that ain't right. I don't care if you going to yell and scream or whatever. Because them boys and your daughter, they going to call you when it's a problem. They going to call you to bail them out. So call me so I keep me informed of what the fuck you got going on. Because they know you on TV and this shit is going to come out. So that was really stupid of them to try to hide the shit anyway, knowing good and goddamn well everybody on this cast is constantly searching for shit that Heavenly done did so they can call her ass out. So Dr. Damon Daddy, you was sitting there looking like a deer in headlights when she asked you what else you hiding. You really got a white woman across town with some kids that we don't like, because you mom was the goddamn word out your damn mouth. Child. But the main story tonight was Michael. Okay. We all know what happened in this scene. We're not going to go to that because I don't want to get no copyright strike, but I did have it. Actually, let me pull it up. I'm going to play it.
Be graduating this year. All I have been able to think about is moving forward financially.
Basically, what I did was just calculate the Chase bill for last year, month by month.
The fact that his eyes got all big, like, I know you're not about to tell me about my spending. You little bastard, go get a fucking job. How about that? How about that? And excuse me, I hate to call somebody child a bastard because he clearly ain't one, because he got both his parents there. And really, frankly, I think that's ignorant to say that. I take that back. You little motherfucker, get a goddamn job and brush your fucking hair. This little bastard, let me try, I said it again. This little motherfucker, okay, he pissed me the hell off. Little beady-eyed, bushy head ass. Look at him. Just look at his hair. Look at you. I know you fucking lying. You talking shit with your hair looking like this? You better go and get you some goddamn bergamot grease and a brush and handle some business, okay? Because I know you got me fucked up spending $60,000 on my goddamn credit card. And you think I'm about to sit here and listen to your old wrinkled, giving me some pasta out of a paper pan ass? You know what, Simone? I hope you ain't swallow no adhesive, bitch. Let's keep listening to this stupid shit.
January.
Mama, can I stop you right there? This is going the wrong way.
Why does this have to be negative?
It doesn't.
First of all, for the older one to be saying we're going down the wrong road, she's the one that's writing the checks. So she should be able to come and tell y'all, rectify the issue. She should be able to scold y'all. She should be able to correct y'all. The fact that you're trying to tell her, no, let's not talk about this right now. We don't want to talk about it. I don't know if he was trying to say we don't want to talk about it on camera, but you motherfuckers are disrespectful on and off camera. So let's embarrass you to the public. I see why Riley don't hang out with this little child. I keep on saying it. I don't mean to say that, y'all. I see why Riley ain't hang out with this little motherfucker Michael anymore. Because him and Riley used to go to school together. I don't see her hanging out with his ass no more. Because Candy, I guarantee you, Candy ain't putting up with this shit.
It doesn't.
It's factual information.
Michael spent over $60,000 by himself on this card.
And Cecil sitting here looking just as battered and tired in this confessional. Cecil, wake up. Get from out of the damn bar. Because all we do is see Cecil in that goddamn basement making drinks. We need to see his ass go to fucking work. Child, I can't stand a lazy ass man, baby. The
Chase bill.
If I were you and I wanted a car, I wouldn't be arguing with the person you're asking to buy the car. But that's me.
This needs.
Why that little bitch trying to ask his daddy to buy him a car? Where's your daddy's money? Where is your money, Cecil? Okay? Child.
to be shared so that he has a clear understanding about the value of money, about the value of just swiping a motherfucking credit card. So have you been thinking about where you want to go to law school, how you're going to?
Now here's okay, let's continue right here before I make my point.
Finance your education.
I do have a mother who makes pretty good money.
Now, this little smart mouth ass little motherfucker here, he's used to talking like that. This isn't something that he just started doing. Let's just say that. Okay. Let's just say that. Now, I'm going to say this. Why is it that Michael is saying his mother has money and not his father? Why he not saying my parents have money? So clearly the children are watching Cecil sit there and be a goddamn leech. So what I'm seeing in this scene is three big ass grown ass men sitting here tossing ideas back and forth on how they gonna spend this bitch money. That's what the fuck they doing. They all pairing and sharing. How we gonna spend mama's money this week? That's what that sound like to me. Because why is it, oh, my mother has pretty good money? Cecil, you are not creating an example. You are raising these boys to be two little bitches. That's what you're doing. And God forbid Simone croak today or tomorrow. You motherfuckers ain't got no damn degree to go look up some woman's booty and give her a prognosis and deliver a goddamn baby. So who gonna keep on making the money? And you're not going to be on Married to Medicine no more. See, what people don't realize is this shit is in Cecil. Remember when Simone said that Cecil, he wouldn't move out of his parents' house? And that was she gave him an ultimatum. She said, we're not going to get married unless you move out of your parents' house. Okay? So Cecil, he didn't want to move and stop suckling at his mama's teat after they graduated from school. And Simone was like, I don't want no bitch ass nigga for a man. But Simone also admitted that she knew that Cecil was not going to be a provider. So you went into this situation, Simone, knowing that this man was not going to be somebody that was going to have your back financially. Now, it looks like Cecil, he was the main caretaker for the children, obviously, because Simone is being pulled in several directions from her career as a doctor. But that doesn't mean that y'all need to sit over here. And now let me say this. Simone is a doctor and she's on Married to Medicine, but that doesn't mean that she is endlessly wealthy. This scene is going to go on where he says that white people pay for their kids to do this and do that. White people have generational wealth. Okay. You want to know why it's generational? Because they've created something that they can pass down to their children for them to take on as far as businesses to keep them going. Simone can't pass down her doctorate degree to you little ungrateful, stupid ass boys that she birthed and coddled. Oh, yes, because Simone, I'm going to get in your ass too, because this is your fucking fault too. Do y'all remember way back when they were deciding on whether to get two houses and Simone went and bought a car for herself and all this, that, and the third, and Cecil didn't like the fact that Simone bought the car? And Cecil was like, why do we have two houses? You don't never spend any time here. Then he even said Simone does too much for the boys. She coddles them. She's buying them this. She's buying them that. So you started this. So Cecil is just continuing what you already created. Simone is angry. She has no control in her family. She has no backbone out of her husband. The least Cecil's broke ass could do is have her fucking back with these two ungrateful ass motherfuckers that they call children. Crazy.
I don't feel like I should be footing the bill for anything other than the roof over your head, that sort of a thing.
So when you start talking about law school, graduate school, and so forth, if you're not getting any support, right? If no one's helping you to do that, and it sounds like, based on what your mom is saying, that's what would be the ideal situation.
So the only one here at the table with an actual graduate.
What she's saying to him right here is, I'm the only one that has a degree that allows me to go to work and make the money that I make. I can't pass my degree down to you. So what the fuck are you going to do? What the hell are y'all going to do? And the fact, and it didn't play this part, the fact that he said, are you going to say something that's going to make me feed your food to the dog? You little bitch ass nigga, you in my goddamn house. This ain't even that little raggedy ass condo that their parents then went on and coddled them and bought for them to live in. You mofos are so fucking entitled. Your parents have got you an apartment to live in where y'all are paying rent, y'all are living rent free, and you so fucking trifling that you don't even clean the bitch up. That your parents are coming over here cleaning up your goddamn house, and Simone is footing the bill for a cleaning service. Actually, she realized that Cecil was paying a cleaning company to come up and clean up after you dirty, stank feet, smelly ass motherfuckers. What type of shit is that? If I was a female and I saw this ninja, I would not date him. He need to go on the don'tdateemgirl.com website if that shit still exists, because he ain't, girl, this man, you ain't nobody gonna be a rib to him, because he gonna ask them to go get a job to buy the ribs and cook it up, because he don't know how to go. He is not a hunter nor a gatherer. Child, please.
Doctorate degree is me. And how I did it was I got scholarship money and loans.
Your mom was not able to do the things for you that you are able to do for us.
And that's Cecil over there slurping up his damn drink because he ain't got no fucking balls. Grab your balls, you dumb ass man, you. And I can't stand that. I feel like that about Cecil because I really fucks with Cecil. But let me tell you something about Cecil that I'm noticing. He never has Simone's back with these fucking children. This motherfucker don't never have Simone back with shit. Even when Simone was going back and forth with Heavenly and she was defending him with this whole situation with Heavenly, because she confided in Heavenly about her dismay about him not having no get up and go about himself and not having no fucking job. He did all of that to get that, what's that, Kids First or some shit, the app that he wanted. He did all of that to try to get money out of her so she can fund his situation, some shit that he ain't never do shit with. Okay? Got money from her. Simone was pissed that he didn't do nothing with it. She confided in Heavenly, and he still didn't really have Simone's back with that. And she defended him. Didn't have Simone's back where it came to the whole friend that she was uncomfortable with you playing golf with. You always on Quad's damn side. You never have her back. When she was having issues with Jackie and Jackie's relationship with Heavenly, you was on Jackie and Curtis' side because you wanted to hang out with Curtis and play golf with him. So you wanted her to hurry up and get over it so that y'all could all be friends again, all to benefit you. Crazy. Simone, I am not the biggest person on ending a marriage, right? Because I think that all marriages come with challenges, right? And I don't agree with, oh, you piss me off, I'm done with you, right? You don't create legacy in marriage, and sticking it out is a real thing, but just be mindful of what you're sticking it out for. When you have a man standing next to you that is not being a man, there is no way. Let me tell y'all something about the man that I married. Okay. My son is 9 years old. And when he tried to pop crazy out of his mouth to me, and my husband is in the room, he corrects him, and he's 9 years old. My husband will say, I know you're not talking to my wife like that. That's the first thing he will say. Cecil sat there and let this little bitch ass nigga here that she breathed life into tell her, basically, bitch, you gonna buy me a damn car and you gonna pay for my damn law degree. Fuck you talking about, and I'm gonna keep charging $60,000. Matter of fact, next time I'm gonna charge $100,000. You dumbass bitch, keep on paying for all my shit, cause I'm your child and you my mother and you got the money and I'm gonna fucking spend it. Fuck you. That's basically what he said to her. Now, also, they go on Watch What Happens Live. And this little boy, he is boasting about the fact that she bought him a Tesla. So out of all of this shit here, you ended up buying him a goddamn Tesla. And you're going to pay for that degree. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't mind her helping with his law degree to a certain extent. If you can help your child and it's something for your education, by all means, if I got it, I'm gonna help you. But there has to be parameters placed around this. Okay. Michael needs to get a fucking job. And he needs to show you that he actually gonna use this damn law degree and not be a certified goddamn paralegal afterwards. And not be trying to sit in your pockets even afterwards. Okay. It would be a stipulation on, okay, listen, how long does it take to get a law degree? Somebody put in the chat. How long do they say that you have? How long does it take to get a law degree? Is it a 2-year process, 4 years? Let me know. Let's say it's 2 years. Let's say it's 2 years. Oh, D says it's Kiki Kid says 3 years. D says 3. Okay. So if it takes 3 years to get the degree, I would say, okay, I got you for 3 years. If you take longer than that, and you better have good grades every year. The minute your grade slip, you paying for it yourself. There has to be some parameters about that. And then I would say, and you better get yourself a goddamn job. My cousin is a lawyer. She went to a very accredited school in Utah. And she works for the government doing with her law degree. She worked for the government. So she makes very good money. But she got out of school, I believe, she finished school in less than 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. And graduated with honors and is paying for it herself. She didn't have a mother that was just going to pay for everything. But she got all the grants and scholarships she possibly could. Had no less than a 4.3 average her entire time in school. From like kindergarten on up. Okay? This boy is not showing that he has any level of responsibility. It's giving, I'm going to keep on going to school because I don't want to be an adult. And I want my mother to keep on footing the bill because I don't know how to grow up. I don't. You want your mother to buy you a car. They got you that Jeep. I'm tired of looking at the Jeep. Oh, really? Okay. Well, you better go on and get you a car where your job is your goddamn credit. The fuck? Where's Eastern Motors when you need them? Because you will not be getting no cars from me. I gave you a car. That's enough. One of my good friends, we graduated from Morgan in 2007. Her mother brought her a brand new Honda Accord, 2007. My friend has been driving that Honda Accord up until last year. Last year, she rode that motherfucker till the wheels fell off. And then she finally got her a new car. It's electric, ironically. It's not a Tesla. But she paid cash for a new car for herself because she said, and she has 2 children and she's in a relationship with the dad. She don't want to get married because she said I don't know. She don't want to get married. But anyway, that's her business. But She has a brand new townhouse that's pretty much paid off. She learned how to spend her money and save her money. Now, did she go to her mama and be like, well, you bought this car in 2007 when I went to college and paid cash for it. I need you to buy me another car. No. And my friend is an only child and her mother has money too. But her mother's money is not allocated to what my friend needs. That's the difference between this young man and people. Listen, there are plenty of Black families, which I am so happy to see, that are financially capable of helping their children. And I think that that is amazing. I think that if we can help, we should. I think that we need to get rid of the whole you got to struggle to make it thing. However, you need to also show that you deserve it. Because foolish of any man to gain the world to simply lose his soul in the end. And what do I mean by that? You can gain all these things and have all this money, but if you don't know how to maintain it and don't know how to keep it and don't know what to do with the success once you get it, God is not going to bless you with certain things because you can't handle it. In some cases, that's just what it is. And honestly, these two boys, if I was sitting here with my parents going back and forth, and you see Simone in this, and we all saw that scene, so I'm not going to play the rest of it. I'm trying to avoid a copyright situation. You know, we're going to hold this. I'm seeing my parents going back and forth constantly over stuff that can be prevented because I'm constantly asking for shit. I wouldn't want my parents to get a divorce, especially over me being a fucking brat. Are you kidding me? So this is what happened after this scene. Okay, this is after Watch What Happens Live and everything. This is a live that they did.
Argued or had a disagreement with their mother. One, what our disagreement about happens to be different because that's going to pertain to our family. One. Two, we happen to be on a reality TV show for you all to watch and feel obligated to give your opinion. And
we had a real moment on national TV.
And that was a genuine and something me and my mom talked about. After that moment, me and my mom probably didn't talk for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That was a genuine argument that we had that we hadn't had before. And it happens. That's life. That's our family. I love my mom. We were just in New York having a blast.
Of course you love your mom because you got what the fuck you wanted. You frog face ass little bitch ass nigga.
Me and her, we're just in New York having a blast. So and we got, so everybody say what up to Miles. Miles kind of ducked in there in a heated hot. That's how it works.
Miles is the oldest, and I think that he tries Simone the least. Now that one, he might be okay. But this young one, this one is entitled. Somebody gonna whoop his ass. Because if he talking to his parents like this and talking to people in the streets, he gonna have a world of trouble in his life. I'm telling you.
We all have our relationships with each other, and it makes our family go. Everyone's argued or had a disagreement with their mother. One, what our disagreement about happens to be different because that's going to pertain to our family. One. Two, we happen to be on a reality TV show for you all to watch and feel obligated to give your opinion.
We had a real moment on national TV.
And that was a genuine, and something me and my mom talked about. After that moment, me and my mom probably didn't talk for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That was a genuine argument that we had that we hadn't had before. And it happens. That's life. That's our family. I love my mom. We were just in New York.
Of course you love your mom because she giving you whatever the fuck she want. Let's keep going.
But y'all see, it don't matter, bro. We know what we got going on. Law school, we gonna get it figured out. In case y'all are wondering, I don't drive a Jeep anymore. I drive a Tesla. So bow.
Don't do that.
And they think that shit is funny. Cecil's sitting there laughing. I would have said, don't you say, I would have said to him, don't say that because now you're going to have your mother even more scrutinized on the internet. I can't stand this little.
No, see, now you done stirred up some shit now.
My bad.
He done already said it now, and y'all sit up there allowing him. He's so fucking entitled. So fucking entitled.
Now
but we good though. That's the moral. That's the moral. We are good, and we are a passionate family. So when y'all see us rah go back and forth, those two people on my
we
screen,
rah. We've been rah.
Yeah.
Oh, you dumb. You dumb, Nicole. I mean, what's your name, Simone? You're dumb. That's what you are. Dumb. And your kids are going to be suckling at your teeth for the rest of your life. And when those veneers, chiclet ass teeth fall out of his mouth, he not even going to be grown enough or smart enough to know how to go to the dentist and get them fixed. He's going to be calling his mommy to get them damn thick ass teeth fixed in the front of his mouth when somebody knock him out because he talking shit. And I don't wish no violence on nobody at all. Let me preface it. Let me correct that. But this boy got a lot of fucking mouth.
For your entire life. We gonna be rah. We that rah family.
And that's what it is. On my screen, she's above me and he's on the right. They're passionate people. So they go back and forth, but they're strong-willed and they're smart. So that's why the back and forth gets animated. It gets a lot. But we good, bro. That's it.
His old chipmunk looking ass think he fine too. And he is not.
Yeah, let's get up out of this shit, man.
All right, we gonna get ready to call it.
What y'all see, it don't matter, bro.
We gonna get ready to call it a night. Thanks everybody who joined. Thanks everybody who watched tonight. If you missed it tonight, catch it tomorrow night, Monday. On
you gotta watch it on Peacock. It's better on Peacock because it's the uncut version. When I cut Simone out, it's gonna be on the Peacock version.
Now that was funny.
Tomorrow.
We gonna get ready to call it a night. Thanks everybody who joined. Thanks everybody who watched.
How you're gonna finance your education?
I do have.
All right, we watched that already. So that was basically Simone that went on and did exactly what she done did. She done bought the boy a car. Stupid. She bought him a car. She gonna pay for his education. She gonna do whatever, and she gonna be working until she 80. She gonna be looking up people's coochies and diagnosing STDs and birthing babies until she's 125 years old, because her kids and her husband are going to keep her in debt, and I don't feel no ways tired about it. So Simone, keep on breaking your back for all the men in your life that are supposed to protect you, love you, never let anyone forsake you, all those good things. While Cecil is at home figuring out what his next cocktail is going to be down in the basement and drinking his sorrows away because he can't go play golf with his bestie that you made him get rid of. Okay. And Simone is going to continue to yell at people and take out her anger on the ladies on the show. You've held such a grudge with Quad for all these years, yelling and screaming at her because it's all the shit that you can't say or haven't said to your own husband and his broke assness and your children that are coddling at your teat. Cut the umbilical cord. Okay. And nobody's saying that at a certain age, you can't be there for your children. I believe that parenting never ends. It never ends. Because if I need something and my parents got it, they're going to help me too. And we ain't rich by no means. Okay. That's just what family does. And I'm going to be there for my parents. But I'm going to keep a means to be there for my parents if they need me. These motherfuckers here, let something happen to Cecil or Simone, they ain't gonna know what the hell to do. It's called survival skills, and neither one of these boys seem to have any. Okay, and that's just that on that, y'all. Shout out to Simone and her strong back, because she gonna be working forever. Okay. Shout out to her bank account. It's going to continue to cry. Michael, you know what? Just go for broke. Spend $120,000 this year. Fuck it. Just fuck it. $2 in a bucket. Go ahead. Spend all her fucking money. She don't give a damn. All she gonna do is open her brick tooth ass mouth and get up and yell and scream. But then she's gonna give you whatever you want. So all you have to do is listen to her scream, go downstairs in the basement, have a cocktail with your dad, because you're 25 now. So you're old enough to do that, okay? Your brother is grown too. He was probably going to be in the house because both of you will live with her forever because you don't have any survival skills. And it's all thanks to your parents. Your mom is coddling your brothers and her husband. Because what the fuck does Cecil do to bring some money into that house? Just what does he do? My Lord, today. All right, moving on. Let me see if y'all can see me. If I'm still frozen, shit. Let me see. I'm still damn frozen, child. This is a mess. A mess, honey. A mess. All right. Let's get into Potomac. All right. But what? And before we get into that, go on like the video, y'all.
Yeah. Work, 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 work. Watch it to me, I can work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. Tell me about that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. In the girl, feel murder, da, 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 da. Try me, I deserve it. Let the devil lurking. Yeah. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. Again, we're not going to go scene by scene on this one. We just gonna go ahead and go with the main ideals of the season thus far. Okay. We did a review, I believe, last a week or so ago, week 2 weeks ago. Anyway, basically, y'all, this season is filled with how I'm gonna get you, sucker, on Stacey. They're constantly trying to prove that Stacey is lying. The new girl is Angel is doing her best to be mad at Wendy and not checking the people that need to be checked. Okay. She is holding on to this catfish comment. Ashley is bringing absolutely nothing to the season. Let's talk about, speaking of Ashley, let's talk about her and her whole ass, okay? Ashley, and actually, I'm going to share my screen for this one. So Ashley comes on to the, she has a scene with, what's his name, Josh? What they call him, Jack Harlow, whatever his name is. She had a scene with him breaking up with him on the goddamn internet. I mean, on the show. Mind you, Ashley, you could have did that off camera. So you embarrassed the fuck out of him for why? Why did you do that? That's fucked up. So you break up with him on camera. If I was him, I would never fuck with you again. Never. You would not be able to call me for a dick appointment in the middle of the night. Then you telling him about, I'm just worried about your financial situation. If you're going to have enough money. Well, you hooker, you only got money because you was sleeping with that old ass bag of dick and balls for years. You put your time in. You and your coochie. Because I don't think it was your daddy issues. That's exactly what it is. And all her daddy issues popped the hell out on Love Hotel. My Lord, today. If I was Wale, the dude that came to the 10 million downloads event that Giselle had, I would ignore the fuck out of her too. Cause I'd be like, bitch, you ain't pick me. Why the fuck I'm about to be Cause I'm not about to be sloppy seconds. And yes, I live here. I live in the area, and I don't fuck with you. So what else is going on? But y'all, not only did she break up with the fool on the damn on TV, then we found out that she done slept with Sharice's son. What type of shit? The Neighborhood Talk reports, weird or not, RHOP's Ashley Darby admits to sharing an intimate kiss with Sharice Jackson's son, who was 25 at the time. We needed a little comfort in each other in the moment. What type of comfort are you about to be getting from fucking on my damn son? Are you shitting me? All the dicks out here and you gonna be fucking my son? Because she said, what if it was more than just a smooch? Telling Sharice that. Bitch, don't tell me that you fuck my son. You could have kept that to yourself. Look at her.
Hey, son. We're back before. Nice to meet you again. Hi, Tia. Nice to meet you. He's so handsome. Hey. Ashley, look who's here. Hi, Jackson.
He looking at her like, yeah, I hit that.
How are you?
So here she goes sitting down telling Sharice, yeah, we had a little smooch, and what if it was more than that? I'm like, oh, you nasty. We ain't gonna go further because, child, I'm cruising for a goddamn copyright at this point. But y'all, this season also has been filled with Angel and her insecurities. Let me tell y'all right now what's going on with Angel. Angel came on this season thinking that she was going to be that girl. Angel thought because her husband was starting on football teams, she's used to being around women that are idolizing her because of how much money she has. She probably is used to women being like, oh, let me be friends with her so I can, live in the lap of luxury along with her. Like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. She's so fine. This and then the third. But Angel, you are amongst women that also think that they're bad bitches. They may not have as much money as you. Maybe they have as much money as you. They don't give a shit about what you got, sis. You came on here thinking that you were that girl, and you got immediately humbled. You thought that you were going to come on here because you are AKA, and, Giselle's an AKA, so is Wendy. You thought that you came on here ready to attack Wendy because your friend, piranha face ass Kiana, came on here trying to attack Wendy because that was her storyline for the season. And you jumped on the bandwagon. You would have been better off coming on here with your own story. Let everybody see your family. Let everybody get to know you as a person. Not you coming on here carrying on other people's grudges. Now you talk all this shit in your goddamn confessionals, but when Ashley came to that potluck event that y'all had where all of y'all were hanging out and she brought catfish, mom was the goddamn word. You might as well cook some perch because you was perched right there on your seat with nothing to say. You've been all over the internet saying this and saying that, trying to defend yourself, but you look like a dummy. You look like a fucking fool. And Kiana, I don't want you to do not another podcast, not another interview promoting this show because you're not the person that we want to see promoting the show. Sorry, not sorry. I don't really care what you think. I don't want to hear you. I don't really care what you over here talking about. Like, for real. You and Angel are sorry ass picks for Housewives. I tell you that. And y'all sitting up here allowing Giselle and Ashley to yet again scoot and skirt away without having to do anything. All they have done is hide behind y'all this entire time. What is Giselle doing now that her girls are gone to school? She wasn't doing shit when they wasn't in college. What's going on in Giselle's life besides her trying to get the money that her father apparently promised her from her stepmother? We ain't even heard no updates on that. What the fuck going on in Giselle's life? Ashley, what the hell are you doing besides changing diapers? And she finally got a couple of outfits that look better than before because she got a little coin from Michael. But I hope you invest that properly because while you over here worrying about who the fuck your mother is fucking on and how long she gonna be married and you trying to give everybody else advice on their goddamn marriage, you don't have shit going on either. So the two people that have the absolute least to talk about are leeching on everybody else. And you dumb hoes are not even acknowledging it. There would never be a time that I would allow them to ride my back all season. And all you bitches continuously season in and out push this narrative. That's what y'all do. Y'all allow them to skate off scot-free. And honestly, this season has been it's meh. And people talking about what's her face? Daggone it. What's the new girl's name? The British girl. I forgot her name that damn fast. That's how forgettable she is. She has a whole grudge with Stacey now too. I don't want to see a whole season of attack Stacey. Now I've seen a bunch of people on the internet talking about some, I want everybody to hold Stacey accountable too, because Giselle tells lies too. So y'all should let her, Tia, that's her name. Thank you, Kiki Kid. Y'all, Giselle tells lies and y'all think it's okay, but y'all want to pounce on her for it, but Stacey's lies, because it don't hurt nobody, y'all think it's okay. Giselle sat up there and said, okay, I'm probably lying about that, something about Timo don't, or the guys don't like somebody's husband. She just made that shit up in front of them and then said, okay, I might be lying about that. But the fact that you could just sit there and lie with a straight face in front of people and they think y'all just laughing it off like it's okay. I think she told Tia that. Or no, she told Wendy that don't nobody, none of the guys like Eddie or something like that. And it's like, girl, what? Child. And Wendy, you just so happy to be here. You sitting up here joining the Mean Girl crew with Ashley and Giselle, the same people that you did a whole colorism speech with Candace about. But now you Johnny on the spot up in their damn face. This whole show, this season, go ahead and wrap this up. Go ahead and wrap this up. This season is not given. Salt Lake City is the only thing given. I don't even think Beverly Hills is going to give like it's supposed to. I'm actually excited to see Rachel Zoe though, and how she fares on the show with the ladies. But Potomac, we can go ahead and wrap that up because the Mean Girls situation, that shit is old, tired, and delayed. And y'all are just too fucking old. It's twofold. You bitches are too old to allow a bitch to bully you and too fucking old to be trying to bully somebody. Giselle and this whole big sister almighty shtick that you got going on, she would try to come at me with some of that shit and I'd be like, girl, who the fuck are you talking to? That's why I couldn't be on none of these shows. Because I would read the shit out of Giselle. I would read the fuck out of her. And Ashley would try to play me with some catfish. And I would be like, that's cute that you want to make catfish. What else can you make? Did you bring the potato salad with the raisins in it that you thought that Stacey was going to bring? Because I feel like you a little more white than her. How about that? And who are you pretending to be this season, Ashley? Did you season that catfish while you trying to be funny? That's cute. I wouldn't have even let that bother me. Angel continues to let these girls bother her. There is no way that they would bother me. Because that's corny as fuck. And the next time we get together, I would bring something fake as fuck and say, oh, this is for Ashley. Because you so damn fake. I thought, you wanted to bring me a little gift. I brought you a little something too. Child, bye. There is no way that these hoes will be able to read me to sadness. That's crazy. I love the way that Stacey just lets that stuff roll off her back. Cause she like, bitch, I'm rich. My husband is here. He fine to me. And you hoes, you bitches could never. You bitches could never. Okay. D says, girl, Ashley ain't make that light-skinned catfish. Girl, I know her ass ain't do that. She probably went to the nearest hip-hop chicken and fish, just like Wendy went to Popeyes to get the damn chicken. None of them hoes cooked none of that damn food. None of them. I was like, but damn, Wendy, you only brought 2 boxes. How many people here? You could have bought I know they sell more than 2 boxes of chicken at a time. You should have got more. Not that was Uncle Lump's catfish. That is funny. Let me go back and read some of y'all comments, y'all. Okay, 2 lovely rich WPs were just unalived by their son. There you go. Well, there's that. And that is so true. That is so true. Definitely just happened. And what about the Menendez brothers? Mm-hmm. So you might not want to, little Michael, you might not want to go ahead and model after that, okay? And Simone, you might want to keep one eye open if this is how he feeling. Cecil is a weak ass nigga. Absolutely. 1000%. I certify and approve that message. Kiki Kid says her son wants that proximity to whiteness, so I doubt he'll pursue a black woman, which is good. Let them deal with him. Oh yeah, he said that that's what he want. He said he want to marry a white girl, but ain't no white woman gonna marry him because Michael thinks that he's rich. He's not really rich. He's not really rich, so he don't have enough money for a white woman. Especially if you living off your mommy, he better really get that law degree. I tell you that. D. Herford says, but Simone bought him a Tesla and took both their girlfriends on vacation with them. She gets what she gets. Oh, I agree. 1000%. Simone, you deserve whatever them boys and that husband of yours give you, because you just at this point, it's lip service. You ain't doing shit about it. Let me tell you something. If it was me and my goddamn money, please believe all of y'all would have accounts with caps on it. That credit card, he will go to try to swipe it and that bitch will be declined real quick. You have a budget of $1,500 a month. That's it. And that's more than gracious. You don't get no more than that. And Cecil will have a fucking budget too. Get a job so you can get some more money. And get a job, and you want to go ahead and go to bat for these children more than you go for me. You pay for their expenses. How about that? And use kids force to do it. How about that? Use the money that I gave you for kids force that you ain't do shit with. Thank you for giving me the name of it, Kiki. Chanel Monet says, I'm just noticing that pan. That's why someone on IG said, y'all got to take the paper out first. Child. Crazy. D says, and she did, and she is. Child. A Tesla from a man that hates us and dogged black women out of their jobs. I was thinking about Doge, that company, the segment of government he took over too. Dog black women out of their jobs. I'm mad at her for being tone deaf. Yeah, of all the cars, why would you get him a fucking Tesla? She could have got him any other electric vehicle. Oh, this is when y'all told me about the 3 years. By the 3rd year, you should have a job before you graduate. Oh, got it. See, and he don't want no damn job. That's why he wait until the end of 2026 to even go to school. If his ass get accepted. D says, I would let him borrow the money and pay himself. And if he finished, I would pay it back. Oh, that's smart. Now that is smart. Absolutely. Get you a job. Because you don't have to pay for your rent. You clearly don't have to pay for a car. So what are you paying for? Get you a job. You can pay for your own schooling. That's smart. I like that idea, actually. And that's supporting him. Carolina Girls 28 says, dang, Shay, what would I say? I know I was going in on that boy, child. He pissed me off. D. Herford says he outed Simone with that Tesla. He definitely did. Oh, my friend is here. What's up, Sweet P724? How you bees? Thank you so much for joining us, sis. Sweet P is one of my mods, and she's also one of my members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, friend. Oh, I haven't seen you in a little bit. Lee said, what up, Lee? Lee is in the building. She says, hey, Shay and Chad, I'm late. See, so fight for Simone coins just like them boys. Exactly. There is no way I would be allowing them kids to talk to my wife like that. That's crazy. Lee says, Pennywise, not Pennywise, child. Oh my God, who is Pennywise? It's already funny. Pennywise was so trifling, breaking up with Josh on TV, then telling him how broke he was. I would have reminded Ashley her mammy lived under a bridge with a drunk who didn't work and still don't. Yeah, because Ashley over there paying for her husband's shit now too. Fuck you mean, bitch. Tell me I'm broke. Girl, go on, Ashley. What's your damn Temu and Shein outfits that you be wearing? You got you a little stylist for a little bit and think you smelling yourself. Girl, boo and bye to you. I think Wendy trying to get along with everybody. I think so too, but I think she gives Giselle a lot more grace than she should. But I mean, I guess it don't pay to be rude to her. I don't know. D says, I'm liking RHOP this season. I'm on the fence. It's all right. Mm-mm. I don't know, D. Girl, Ashley did not make the light skin that light skin catfish. That was Uncle Lumps. Okay. No, you were right, Doge. Oh, I knew it. Listen, I know my good sis. She gonna have a smart, quirky little way to read the hell out the girl. She said Doge to the black women out of their job. I know that's right. D, you too smart for your own good, friend. Pennywise. Pennywise is damn funny. That is damn funny, I must admit. Okay. But y'all, that's it. I ain't got no more. Tell me what y'all are watching. I'm gonna set we are actually really for real going to talk about Beyond the Gates. I'm gonna set the live for tonight. Okay. We're gonna get back up on here. Let's give us until I gotta get some time to watch it. I got a lot to talk about with Beyond the Gates. So we're gonna catch up with that. I'll come back on around 7:30, y'all. I'm gonna eat dinner with my son. Say what's up to the husband when he come on up in here from work. Child, you don't know how glad I am to say coming in from work. Shout out to the Lord. He is shining on our family right now. Okay. Many blessings to everybody in this holiday season. I know that this is a time of year where a lot of people have a lot going on, but do what you can. Don't do everything that you want to do, because sometimes you don't need to do it. How about that? Okay. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Mean it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for all your continued support. I truly appreciate you. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.